What's up, everybody? My name is Shannon, and I am still waiting for my satyr, and today we are talking about The Trials of Apollo, Book 2, The Dark Prophecy by Rick Riordan. I say this anytime I talk about Percy Jackson, but it's totally obvious that I am in love with Percy Jackson. Percy Jackson is my life, and in my eyes, Rick Riordan can do no wrong when it comes to the Percy Jackson universe. I have read any book by him that is possibly connected to it, and I have loved every single one of them, and The Dark Prophecy is certainly no exception. So in our last book, we left off kind of in a dark place. We found out that Meg was the stepdaughter of our big bad Nero, and she'd kind of betrayed Apollo, and she's nowhere to be found, and now Apollo's got this crazy limerick riddle and this arrow of Dodona that talks in like Shakespearean sonnets to him, and now he's gonna have to go off and find all of these oracles and restore them so that hopefully he can restore his godhood. And what I loved about the first book was that there was this great balance of humor and humanity. Like it transitioned perfectly between the light parts and the dark parts, and it was so great to see this character, you know, really learn about himself and really learn how to care for the people around him. And I also love that Rick Riordan right now is really exploring this whole thing of people that are different than you are okay. Like in his more recent books, he's been talking about, you know, like trans people, bi people, people of other religions, like you can be vegan, you can do whatever you want, and it's totally okay. He doesn't make it a big deal. And I love that because these are marketed towards kids. And we still get all of that going into this book. It was still so much fun. It was still absolutely hilarious. The arrow of Dodona is like my favorite thing ever. It's so sassy. It's like you're gonna drive down the road, you're going to see a little roadside shack selling fresh eggs. This is not important, just keep on driving. I'm just like, why are you even talking? Like, Apollo's reactions were my reactions, and it was so amazing. And we're meeting new characters and learning new things about old characters. Like for the majority of this book, Leo and Calypso were there, and it was awesome. We get to learn so much about them, and the way that it left off, we're gonna learn more about our other characters while still meeting new characters. Like Talia was in this book. It was just like so great. I feel like this whole series is like a love letter to the fans because he knows how in love his fans are with this series. So while he's still trying to bring in new things, he's still celebrating the old things, and it's absolutely amazing. And oh my god, the way that this book left off just like left me like squealing like a fangirl. I was like so much joy, just so much joy. I'm like really excited to see where we're gonna go next. However, this book isn't as amazing as the first one, and I would just say that it wasn't as funny, I guess. Like the humor parts, sometimes the jokes went on for a little bit too long, or they just weren't hitting their mark quite the same way. And then that juxtaposition that I really loved in the first book between the humor and the dark parts wasn't quite as good. Like there was still like a lot of darkness that we were discovering, but then we would just snap right back into the humor, and I'm like, wait a minute. Like it kind of took me out of it for a minute, because in this book we really learn a lot about Meg and the stuff that she's been going through, and it's alluded to that we're going to learn even more about her backstory because she has a very tragic past, and I'm really excited to see that. And like the whole scene when they find the Dark Oracle and they're getting the prophecy, it's very heavy and it's so dark, but it just wasn't hitting its mark quite right because we had literally just come out of a section and just abruptly the humor stopped and all of this darkness started, which is fine, but it just happened too many times, so it kind of took me out of it a little bit. But like I said, you know, Rick Riordan with the Percy Jackson series can just do no wrong. Now that I've said that, the next one will probably be like, Rick Riordan, why? What are you doing to my characters? So I'm still giving this book an A- because those parts kind of took me out of it, but for the most part, I am still absolutely loving this series. And like I said, this is a love letter to the fans. If you love Percy Jackson, you are still getting those old characters that we know and love, but you're getting introduced to new characters that like quickly we're just like, okay, you know, your mind just like, gather round, children, I will keep you safe from this horrible author that wants to kill you all. So it is still just so much fun. And if you haven't been reading this series, what are you doing? You need to jump on this. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, be sure to hit that like button down below, and don't forget to subscribe so you can talk books with me every Monday. That is everything got for you today, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye!